What's up, S.C.A.ers? This video was going to start a whole different way 3 months ago, but my now favorite looking sniper rifle gave me a lot of headache in the beginning, and we're going to go over that. But 3 months ago I had a whole different intro, and I spent time doing it. So let's watch that video, and then we're going to get into this rifle. Can I help you?
Are you Vertigo?
Yeah, that's me, Vertigo.
Your SSG-24 is a joke.
Well,
This is the SSG-96.
the SSG96? That thing just came out. Probably has problems on problems. That thing doesn't even come put together.
What are you talking about?
It's in 2 pieces in that box of yours.
This doesn't come assembled?
What are you gonna do with that?
But that's besides. Stay focused.
So you want to challenge me?
I challenge you on that target at 175 foot.
What target?
Whoever wins has bragging rights.
175 foot. Okay. Let's do it. I don't care. We got nothing going on.
And has the true NOVRITSCH SSG.
Do you know I have full thrust? Or you're just not thinking? What's going on with your voice, by the way?
Oh yes, I have a cold.
Is that better? Oh. Does that sound better? There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll challenge you. The SSG96. 5 shots. Paper target. Who are you?
I am you in the future.
Cool, man. Let's do it. I'm game. Go put that thing together. You know what? Give me a call when you're ready. Probably takes like 7 Allen screws. I don't know. Bye-bye. Alright guys, here she is, the SSG96 in all of her glory. This has quickly become one of my favorite looking sniper rifles in all of Airsoft. You know this gun from many and many of video games. A lot of you choose this as a sniper rifle. Many of you know this in the Airsoft community as an L96. So let's go over this version of an L96 by NOVRITSCH. Very well done, very aesthetically pleasing, very heavy. There is nothing cheap to this stock. There's nothing cheap to the outer barrel. This is a very well done replica of an L96 by NOVRITSCH. Adjustable cheek rest, heavy duty polymer stock, very nice rubber butt stock, very comfortable in the arm. It is adjustable in different ways. As we come up, got a nice firm grip, a very nice flat trigger in here, which is a nice add to that. You see here, I added the fluted cylinder in here for the looks, which is a very good thing I did, as you're going to see here in this video. As I go through this rifle, the things I had to fix are going to be right up here in the corner. There's a lot I had to do to make this rifle right. I'm not going to lie. This was not great out of the box. Great looking out of the box, but didn't function well out of the box. A lot of problems with the QC. But for now, let's keep going. We go up to his fluted outer barrel, which I swapped out the original outer barrel for a shorter barrel because I wanted to put his suppressor on the end. And as I'm doing this shorter barrel kit, one thing I don't like, and I'm probably not going to capture it, is here is the hop marking to tell you which way to turn the hop up. They didn't bother doing that on this shorter barrel kit. I think that little detail would have been cool to have on there. And I believe the inner barrel is somewhere halfway up in here with that kit. Alright, and the suppressor comes with a foam kit. I did install it, and believe it or not, this is now the quietest of the SSG family I have now. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera, but that is so much quieter. Also, I ended up buying the bipod mount and getting the bipod just because with this rifle look, I felt it needed a bipod. This just looks right when you have it all set up. Alright guys, that's enough on the outside. The outside is spectacular. I can say nothing negative. It looks great. Now, let's get into the internals. Let's now get into the problems I have had with this gun right out of the box. As you saw from my intro, I did a shooting test between my SSG24 with the full thrust against this. This was just out of the box back then. A lot of problems, and you can even see it in the shooting test. First biggest problem, I was struggling with the bolt. Struggling, okay? I had to shove it back in. I'm not doing that now because I fixed it. But you watching the shooting test, which is after this, because I'm still going to play it, even though it would do a lot better in the test now. Irregardless, watch while I try to push in for every shot in the shooting test, okay? And what that is up here in the upper receiver, which when that is out of this body, it is a nice milled piece of aluminum. But the inside where the bolt goes just wasn't milled right. So right in there, it is not smooth, and the cylinder is grabbing that. You can see from the markings, to try to get a better picture of this, right there. Okay, I'm going to show you here what I had to do to it and what I'm talking about. The bolt, okay, was going in and scraping on this side of the upper receiver as it went in, making it very hard to push in. Nothing smooth about it. See how smooth it is now? I had to do that. And as we're talking about it, you're seeing it right here. We're getting there. I had to make this happen a lot smoother because before that, it was a struggle to push the bolt back in, and that is not good. There is a piece of footage I'm going to play also from a very up-and-coming UK Airsoft YouTuber that asked NOVRITSCH this specific question.
The next thing I gave feedback on was on the SSG96, the cylinder was cutting into the upper receiver, and I could see the material had been removed, and it was caused from the cylinder bending and then the cutout bit for it kind of coming apart and then stretching through into the receiver. And NOVRITSCH did say that that happens naturally, that they bulge in the middle due to material tension, which makes sense because there's like, what, spring tension in the middle forcing it. So it makes sense that it would kind of like bend in the middle naturally. However, with the SSG96, because there's no glide ring in the back, so the cylinder is just running in the metal of the receiver, it's much more noticeable.
Also, adding to that, like I just said, switching this to the fluted cylinder helped this gun because the original cylinder was very warped in the center. But for the original cylinder to bow that much, it is night and day difference between this aftermarket fluted cylinder that he sells to the original cylinder. So I'm very happy that I automatically wanted to get the fluted cylinder for looks alone. A lot of this I took from the build he had on the website showing all the things you could do to this, and it looked great, so I did it. Alright, so what I did when I went ahead and changed all this stuff that I just mentioned, I took the cylinder and sanded the edges on the inside, knowing what happened to some of the SSG10s. And I know this does happen. I know there is problems because two of the members of S.C.A, Brent and Matt, had problems with their SSG10. The shavings from the piston that happened with the cylinder blew up into the barrel and into the hop-up rubber. Had to clean all of that out, clean up what I could with the piston. Brent's was so bad I had to ask them for a new piston which they did recognize and sent me a new piston right away. So good on that. At least they know what's going on. Now, after that, the good things I have to say to finish up this video is the externals are awesome on this gun. My SSG24 stock is really heavy duty and nice. This is really heavy duty and nice. I haven't tried the A2 stock for the SSG10. That looks pretty cool too. That's from Maple Leaf. This might be a little too heavy duty because this is very heavy, like I said in the beginning. Can you play with this all day at like an 8 to 10 hour event? It's gonna wear on you. I got a sling for this that helps with it, so when I can rest it, it takes the weight off. But other than that, it shoots great. I think it shoots better than the SSG10 because it has the TDC system in it. And to me, running the SSG24 with the full thrust that you put a TDC system in it, that seems like it keeps it very even hot. Like my SSG24 with the full thrust, it is so flat trajectory. There's none of this. It's just out for a really good range. If you're in my crosshairs and I don't move and you don't move, I don't miss. If I canter or whatever, I miss. But if I'm on and I'm straight, you're getting hit. Now that I have fixed this rifle and I have broken the hop up with this TDC system, it is right on the footsteps of that. It's more flat, but not like the full thrust system. So there's nothing else I can say. It was a love-hate situation to this point. Now it's a love situation. If you have any questions about any of the NOVRITSCH sniper rifle issues, I've worked on them all now. It's a pain in the ass fixes. It's simple fixes. It shouldn't have to happen. I understand. But I still believe that this is a great sniper rifle out of the box. Alright guys, and the last thing with this rifle that also made me decide that I wanted this is, if you come down here, push this down, which is difficult while sitting on here. Just push that down. Then you take your Allen screw, or your Allen key, loosen these two bolts up here, move the cheek riser out of your way, okay? And just like that, out comes your cylinder and bolt, okay? So if you're at a field where you're not really meeting the chrono, just take some needle nose, or if you have the tool for this, pop that off, get your spring changed, okay, put it back together, okay. As you start to put it in, you gotta push the trigger, okay, and you're back in, put that back up, put your cheek riser back in, and there you are, go chrono again, and you should be set to go. So yes, if you have this gun, maybe you want to carry a few springs with you. Okay? Alright guys, that's it for the NOVRITSCH SSG96. Thanks for watching. We're going to watch the old shooting test really quick. Reminder, it was old, this was just out of the box. With this shooting test, it's not going to look that great. But I promise you, now that I've done the things that I've done to this and broken the hop up, it shoots really good now. Alright guys, thank you. Alright guys, here I'm adding some commentary because right here I didn't turn the microphone on. Not good. But all I'm saying here is how well the SSG24 has been working for me, and then how even better it is now that I put the full thrust system in it. It is really, put your scope on, one shot, one kill. If you're not moving around, if you don't have the gun cantered, this gun is dead on. So here we go. Here's the range test with the SSG24. After this we have the SSG96. All right, guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on target. There is a 6-1 that I was shooting as I walked up closer. If you're filming a gun test, you shouldn't be doing this. All right, guys, SSG24 with 0.58 gram BBs from the full thrust system. We have 5 on target and a nice grouping at 175 foot. All right, guys, here it is, the SSG96. First thing off the bat, I just took a practice shot, and with the 4.6s compared to the 5.8s, with the wind, there's a little curvature. So I'll have to get used to that, and let's do our 5 shots with it. Let's just take an extra one, because all right, guys, not bad. You have to remember this, I've been working on the scope, just got the scope. It's the NOVRITSCH scope. It's pretty awesome. I'm working on the hop up. It needs to be broken, so it's getting there. It's getting more in the crosshairs as I adjust, and less craziness from breaking in the hop up. Well, let's go see what we did. It was a good contest, but when this breaks in, we'll revisit this. All right, guys. Well, we did a little bit better than I thought, although this one is not counted. I did this close range as I did on the other one. So right now, with the wind and everything, at 150 foot was where I shot this. Seems to be a lot tighter. So out in a little bit longer range with the wind, we're getting results like this. So I did get 3 on target, even though I took 6 shots on this one. So let's just say 3 out of 6 shots instead of 5. But not bad. I'm breaking it in. It will get better.